Locals called it the Whispering Forest for a reason. Legends whispered of souls trapped within, their mournful cries echoing through the trees. No one dared enter after dark. Clara, all of 18 and bursting with bravado, scoffed at the tales. A dare was a dare after all. Her friends, huddled at the edge of the woods, watched her disappear into the gloom. "Just until midnight," one called out, his voice shaky. Clara, heart pounding but resolve firm, pressed on. The first few minutes were ordinary. Trees swayed gently in the breeze, owls hooted, nothing out of the ordinary. Clara almost laughed, relief washing over her. Maybe the legends were just stories. But as she ventured deeper, the sounds of the night began to fade. The air grew still. Even the leaves seemed to hold their breath. A shiver ran down Clara's spine. Something wasn't right. The silence was unnerving. It pressed in on Clara, suffocating her. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig sent her heart racing. She strained to hear any sound that belonged in a normal forest, the chirping of crickets, the distant call of a night bird. But there was nothing, only the heavy silence and the growing sense of dread in her stomach. Clara's steps faltered. Maybe turning back wasn't such a bad idea, but something compelled her forward. Curiosity? Or was it something else, drawing her deeper into the forest's embrace? The air grew colder, biting at her skin. A faint mist began to rise from the ground, swirling around her feet like ghostly fingers. Clara's breath caught in her throat. She was in too deep now. There was no turning back. Then she heard them, whispers. Soft at first, like the rustling of leaves, but as she walked, they grew louder, more insistent. Words brushed against her ears, unintelligible, yet filled with an ancient sorrow. Clara's head spun. Fear coiled in her gut, cold and sharp. She wanted to scream, to run, but her feet felt rooted to the spot. Shadows danced at the edge of her vision, figures, tall and skeletal, draped in dark robes. They seemed to melt in and out of the mist, their faces obscured. Clara's heart pounded against her ribs. She could feel their eyes on her, cold and empty. The whispers intensified, swirling around her like a vortex of despair. The following morning, Clara's friends searched frantically. The forest remained eerily silent. No sign of Clara, not a single trace. Some say on quiet nights, if you listen closely, you can hear another voice join the whispers of the forest. A young woman's voice filled with an everlasting sorrow, a chilling reminder of the dare that led her to the whispering forest and the fate that awaited her within its shadowy depths.